So do you think your Line 6 Podgo presets are running a little too hot? Is there a way to test it? Is there any real answer how to set your levels? I'm sure there is. I'm going to show you how I judge my levels for my Podgo presets. So I have Logic Pro running because I'm recording the audio as we do this video. And I just pulled up a Placator Dirty preset. So let's hear it. Okay, so let me bring you to the attention here. Now, this is for recording, but you can also, use this method for when you're doing your live stuff. So you can see here, this is pretty good, I think. I don't know, I'm not an audio engineer or recording expert by any means, but this seems to be a nice level here. And when you saw the meter here, now, here it says it peaked at, sorry, I don't have my glasses, so minus 5 dB. Now, when I was playing, and let me do that again. Let me play and I want you to pay attention down here in the bottom left to this meter, and you'll see you're gonna see a little bit of orange. And it's not clipping, but that's probably about where the most you want to go. Okay, so mine seems to be on this setting about minus 5 dB. But if I didn't want so much, what should you do? Do you think you should turn down? Well, you could turn down the main volume on your Podgo, but it's all relative because depending on how you have this set. Now, I'm not going to show you my Podgo screens because as of the recording, and I mean the screens in the editor and my amp and my settings, because as of this current time, I am on the beta testing team, and I don't want to, show some stuff that I shouldn't be showing as of this moment until, something gets approved to be released, whatever. We'll leave it at that. But basically, I have things set. Now you can adjust in the Podgo edit, but when you're playing and setting your levels, like, you can forget inputting it into anything. Use headphones. How does it sound? Do you hear that it's starting to distort too much, depending on your levels and whatnot? I mean, you can test it with like using a clean tone and really crank up your channel volume parameters, your meter there and whatnot. But when you're recording, like say there's a home recording setup here. If you're using the Podgo itself as an interface into your computer, then certainly use the master, your main out volume here. But I'm going into a Focusrite interface, so I could easily turn down the gain. Right now, if I turn it down a notch here, let's play it. Let's see where we're going to clip at here. Wow, so now see it's gone down. So just don't think that my Podgo presets are too loud. Well, it depends on where you're inputting them. If you're putting them into a PA in front of house, well, they can adjust the level, right? So I'm going to put mine back up. And that's a fine level for when you're recording. And if you're going into the red, that's you don't want that. You want to leave, I don't know what the rule of thumb is, but I like to leave myself somewhere between, minus 3 to minus 6 dBs of headroom, for mixing. And then, when the mastering engineer, whatever they need to do. So that's what I like to do. But again, it's a tough call. It's not the easiest thing to judge, but definitely use your ears. And like I said, take a pair of headphones and put them directly in here. Don't forget about any outboard stuff or any interfaces that you're going through. Listen, see how it sounds, because I think you'll be able to tell, your ears should be able to tell you if it's too distorted, if it's too muddy, too loud. And again, try and maybe use a clean setting, because that'll be the real test. Because when you got your gain and kicked on and whatnot, who's to say, right? Say, well, it sounds okay to me. But again, tough call, but again, when I'm doing my recording and whatnot, this is my method. That's how I like to judge, and it's a matter of, you can, volume adjust on the interface or on the Podgo itself. But like I said, for recording, I found my sweet spot was to be trying to get my preset to peak at about, between -6 and -3, but I like to keep it closer to -6, -5 dB. Anyways, I hope some of this was helpful. Don't be discouraged. It's, again, this is, maybe some will say, oh, it's a pretty solid science. I don't think it's a solid science, because it depends on your levels here on your Podgo and the levels of the system that you're putting it into. So, not, that you might not be running as hot as you think you are. Maybe you need to up your volumes and whatnot. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like. Please subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.